What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, what is going on? My name is Nikki, and you should consider subscribing by hitting the MB in the bottom corner or the red subscribe button and join the crew. With that being said, today is a beautiful, joyful, glorious, blessed kind of day, but you already know the drill with that. Today, I wanted to talk about being a dasher. You guys, I wanted to give you my thoughts, my review. I wanted to take you on a little Doordash car ride with me today. So without further ado, if you're interested in that, go ahead and stick around to the end of the video. If you're not, maybe you just watch the video, maybe you like me, maybe you want to hang out again and you can check out some of my other videos. You guys, let's just get into it. Alright guys, so it is 5:20 on Sunday night, and I'm about to Doordash. So I've been doing this for like maybe a month, but not very consistently. I cannot lie, it has not been consistent at all. I started originally because I was working at a high school, and then I resigned there, and so I wanted to obviously get a little something to bring in some income while I focus mostly on my real estate business. So this is like just something that I do. Honest to God, I really do it like 3 days a week, because here's the thing, I'm not trying to make a ton of money off of it. I'm just trying to make enough to pay my bills. So I mean, it's just kind of evening out because I have to put a lot of more time into real estate. And I usually average like 50-ish bucks to like one night I hit $90 just because of the peak pay situation that goes on. And like tonight for Sunday dinner, it's an extra, I think it's $5.50, $6.50, $5.50 on every delivery. So I'm essentially usually guaranteed anywhere from $5.50 to like a little bit over $6 per delivery. And then peak pay adds on to that, and then tips and stuff add on to that. But I'm about to log into the app. I'm a couple minutes from my shift, and so I'm just gonna log in. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. If you guys have the Dasher app, it looks something like this. So it's 6:50 right now, and I'm scheduled till 7:30. So essentially you're gonna hit start dashing. They tell you, yo, make sure you remember this. So boom, 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 boom. We're ready to go. We're gonna hit start dashing. And essentially now you wait. So this page comes up, and you could literally wait, I don't know, I could get an order right now, or I could wait 20 minutes. So there's these things called hotspots. Do you see that little flame right there? So that's a hotspot, which means it's hot. People are ordering from there. There's orders going in and out of that area. So ideally what you want to do is pretty much drive to this hotspot and sit outside of it until your phone rings with an order. I'll probably end up doing that, but for right now, I'm just sitting outside of my house. I will say, while I'm waiting for an order, it is pretty legit. Like, you can make some good money. Like, I worked one night for 2.3 hours and I literally made $90. So I mean, it's possible. It's just you have to really get those shifts and those times with the peak pay to really make a lot. But then again, if you're doing like this for legit time, if you're really like doing this like 8 hours a day doing this to like replace a job to make money, then you're gonna obviously make more money than that. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy it for 2 reasons. Well, probably more than 2, but I'm gonna give you 2. So the first reason is I can do it whenever I want, which is pretty dope, okay? And then the second reason, like I've said before, am a realtor, and so this is a way for me to just make a little extra money for stuff. I get to meet homeowners, and I get to, you know, talk to homeowners. So for me, it's kind of like a double-edged business deal, because I get to meet people, I get to learn about new communities, I get to, like, you know, just be present in these communities, which I think is pretty cool for my business and what I do. And while I wait for an order too, I just want to tell you guys a couple things that like I don't like about it. Okay, so there's like 2 things that come to the top of my head that I don't like about it. I'm sure there's probably more, but I'm gonna give you 2. So the first one is, I don't know as of lately if it's become super saturated or what have you. Used to be, you could like log on to the app and then it would mostly be red in your little area that you decide that you're gonna work, and then you can hit dash now. Every time I try to do that when I have like a free moment, it's always gray, which means there's enough dashers for the orders that they're getting, and so you can't just dash now. And so you have to make sure you schedule yourself. But sometimes, even like this week, I went to go schedule myself for like almost every day at lunchtime, and like it wasn't even available. So I don't really know, I don't know what's going on there, but I just feel like the time slots and the availability of working on the app have slowed down quite a bit. Because even like right now, like when I first started this last month, I would have had an order already, and I'm still waiting for one. So I don't know, I feel like maybe more people are starting to do this. I don't know, that would be my guess. Another huge reason why I don't like Doordash and being a dasher with it is because the glitching. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe it's my phone, I don't know, but it glitches a lot for me. Like, I can't say I've dropped an order off, I can't say that I'm at the restaurant. It's kicked me off the app a couple times, and support's not the easiest to reach, but when you do reach them, they're pretty helpful. That's when you do reach them. It's just, I don't know, it's glitchy. Like, I go to swipe, I'll show you when I actually get an order how it all works and the breakdown of it, but like, you swipe to say you're there or you dropped it off, and it's like, no, it can't confirm it. And you're like, well, you better confirm it because I'm trying to make my money and get the next order. And then kind of the third thing that I don't really like about it is on these peak pay situations, you have to accept 80% of the orders that they give you, which, I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, and maybe I'm just a baby about it, but I don't like to have to do that because they will have you driving all over the damn place. Like, they will have you trekking. Like, I picked up one order one time and I had to accept it so I could get my extra money. They had me going from, I don't know if you guys are in Southern California or not, or wherever you're at, but I'm just gonna paint you a lovely little picture. So I picked up an order in my little hometown city, okay, and I had to take it 8 miles away. 8 miles. That's far. And then not only that, because then you go, you drop it off at the person's house, it's 8 miles away, and then you say you dropped it off, whatever, and then you're live again, and then boom, you get dinged with another order from somewhere that's out there, and then you're taking it maybe 3 or 4 miles away from that location. So it's like, you're kind of getting further and further away from your house, or like from your starting point, or wherever you really want to be. So what I do is, you can go on there, and I can show you, but you go on there and you can hit pause dash. So if I'm in a place I'm like, I do not want to get any further out than this right now, I'll go up, I'll pause my dash, and I will cruise it and try to book it back towards like my starting point, and then turn my dash back on, so that way it registers me for something a little bit more local. But that is one of the biggest pet peeves of mine because, well, I just thought of another one. Well, it's kind of like connected to this one. So the 80% rate you have to accept to get the peak pay, whether it be $2, $3, $5, $7, okay? So the thing that bothers me, and one night I got gypped out of my peak pay. Oh, you guys, look, wait, time out. I got an order for Jack in the Box. Shit, it went away, I missed it. Dang it, I missed it because I was talking to you guys. I already fucked myself for the orders. Dang it. Now I have to do 5 orders tonight just to get my peak pay. That's fine, because I planned on it anyway. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, crap, dang it, crap. That sucks. I'm gonna put this somewhere where I can freaking see it. Okay, so anyway, I've already screwed myself over, so now I have to accept everything I get tonight just to make extra money, but you know. In addition to the 80%, when you go in, so say you've been dashing for like, I don't know, a little while, and you have done 4 or 5 deliveries, and then you get one that's like hella far away, and you're like, well, I haven't declined any yet, and my 80% should be fine, so I'm gonna decline this one. So there's like a little thing that pops up and it says, your acceptance rate will drop to like whatever it is. So like one night I was doing it, and it was $7 extra, and I had declined one, but I think I was on like 6 or 7, you know, I don't know, I can't be driving, looking at this, thinking math, okay, whatever. So I get this order, and it wanted me to take it literally like freaking forever away, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, my shift was almost over, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit decline, and then the little thing popped up and it said, if you decline, you will drop to 86%. And in my head, I'm like, that's fine, I just need 80, so your girl is good. So I hit decline, and it said your total earnings for the night, and it was like $50 less than what it should have been with that peak pay, and I was up in arms. I tell you what, I was on support, I'm calling support, I'm like, excuse me? And they're like, oh yeah, well, you have to do the math because that's your overall rate, not just for your dash rate. Like, you have to do the math of if you decline it, what it'll actually go to, because that's where it is before you decline it. And I was just like, oh no. You guys really need to figure that out, because I was here thinking like, oh, that's what it's gonna be if I decline this order. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll decline it because I'm so good. And then I got gypped out of like $50, and I was like, I was pissed. I was pissed. I was so mad. But honestly, I'm even more mad right now that I just missed that order. Cause now, yeah, now I'm screwed. Gosh dang it, you guys. I was on here talking to you guys, trying to help you out, and I'm over here messing myself up. All right, well, we're just gonna sit here and wait until I get an order, I guess. I might start to drive into town a little bit, just so it knows like I'm legit. So if it dings at me, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I'll see you when I see you. All right, guys, so I drove out of my development a little bit, and I came and parked there's a couple places in here that Doordash. The hotspot's actually just right down the street. I'm super upset that I missed that Jack in the Box one, you guys, because I've been waiting for another 5 minutes, haven't gotten anything, but your girl's not about to miss another one that comes in here. It's kind of crazy because the first night that I did this, it was like $7 extra. I was getting orders like up the butt. I was getting them like within seconds of delivering one, I'd have another one hit my phone. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if everybody out there and their mama right now is trying to be a DoorDasher or whatnot, but I came in at the wrong time. I'm sure you've already either heard of this or know this, but there is a thing called a red card. So like essentially when people order food off of the app, they just do it all on the app and it's all online, like everything's paid for. So when you go to the store, restaurant, whatever, you just basically walk in, you tell me I have a DoorDash order for so-and-so, and it's already paid for, but you'll see and I'll show you when I finally get an order what I'm talking about. But there's also a thing that you get, it's a red card, it's like a red debit card. So it's a company card essentially. So sometimes when you go through like fast food restaurants or some kind of smaller, you know, hole in the wall mom and pop kind of joints, they don't have it all hooked up online. So you have this little red card that you bring in and you have to order the food and swipe it and all that, you know, shebang. That's just something you gotta pay attention to. Make sure you have that card with you at all times, because you know, you don't want to be on your last order of the night and you have to accept it and then you forgot your card and then you're screwed. So make sure you have that card with you at all times. While we're waiting here for an order, I'm gonna touch a little bit on how you get paid. So essentially, I mentioned earlier there's a guarantee rate. So you're always guaranteed a certain amount per delivery. And then like I said, the peak pay, honestly, I'm not sure how they, you know, estimate and predict their peak pay, whether it be based off data on certain days, if like not enough people are working, or if there's a higher, you know, order velocity, or what the, why am I talking like this? I don't talk like higher order velocity. No, if people are ordering hella food, I don't know how they, I don't know what determines the peak pay. If you do know, let me know down below, because I'd be interested to like really know why some days are higher than others and like what determines that. So the whole like, I don't even know, do you call it getting hired? I don't think you can get hired by this because you pretty much just sign up for it. But the whole process of becoming a dasher, my friend does it, so she sent me a link and I basically went on the link and kind of went through the process. But you sign up, you have to go to orientation. It's literally you just sitting in a room on their Wi-Fi filling out some forms, and then that's pretty much it. They take a copy of like, I think your like ID or something, they do some kind of background check, you fill out a little tax form or something like that because you're an independent contractor. Literally took like, I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes, but you have to go and get it done. I know when my friend originally signed up, she didn't have to go and do that, but I guess now you do, so I don't know. There's more of us out there, that's all I can say. Also, a lot of these dashers get the t-shirts. They didn't give me a t-shirt. I couldn't even buy one. They didn't have them there at the orientation site, so I don't know what to tell you about that. I don't have a shirt. I haven't worn a shirt. I would rock the red Dasher shirt if I was given / if I had an opportunity to buy one. I probably would have, but I do have a red Dasher bag right here. Oh, in all honesty, don't really use this either, because the restaurants usually like tie up the bags anyway. So just grab the bag and go, baby. That's it. I've secured the bag and I'm out. But I will say some places you have to have the bag to pick up the food. Like there's a pizza joint around here, I have to have the bag. There's a like a Philly cheesesteak type place around here, I have to bring the bag in. So it just depends. And your app usually will pop up and tell you if it's a place like that or not. So that's just something to like note. And you guys, I am sincerely upset that I did not grab that order because it was face down on my and I was talking to you guys and I missed it and I'm all messed up. This whole thing is just all messed up. It's been about, I started at like 5:30. It's been 18 minutes. I haven't got one, okay, well I got one, so let's just pretend I didn't get that one. So it's been 18 minutes now and I don't have an order. See, that's the crappy part about this. On a good day where I'm getting orders, I can do like 2 or 3 in an hour. So that makes my hourly rates anywhere between like 18 and 25 bucks usually, which is dope, which is super good. Plus tips and everything like that. But when you have nights like tonight, you might get 1 in an hour and then you're only really making like 12 bucks an hour, which is like below minimum wage. So I don't know, well here it is. I don't know what to tell you. Every day is different. You can't really consistently bring in a certain amount of money every week on this because you might get more orders one night, might be a better peak pay one night, you know what I mean? So should I drive straight up to the hotspot? Should I just drive up there? Because here's the other thing, I feel like I'm gonna get an order while I'm driving and I can't pull up the camera, stop the car, drive the car, get where I'm supposed, you know what I mean? I'm just like ding right now, so I can show you how this works. You guys, if you're watching this video, I've already completed this dash session, but send some good vibes my way right now that I get a dash, please. All right guys, as you can see, that's my dot right there. That's the hotspot. I'm really close. I'm turning in right now at the street. So hopefully I get an order soon. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Still orderless. It's been 50 minutes. And I don't know if you've noticed, you probably have noticed, that is me on the back of my phone screen. It's not because I'm conceited, it's because that's my business. So it's all about marketing. Excuse me. So that is what that's for, not just because I like myself, because that's definitely not the truth. It's just so frustrating. It's been like almost an hour and I haven't gotten an order yet. I've never had to wait this long. Literally. It says it's working up there. You see the line? I feel like that means it's like loading and stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on. I will say this isn't, I mean, okay, I've only been doing this for a month, but I want to say this isn't normal. The other night I was dashing with my friend, well, my friend was dashing and we had parked in the same lot together and we were just like, you know, chit-chatting. And she had waited like an hour, a little over an hour until she got a dash. So, I mean, I guess it is possible and it sucks. That literally sucks. Especially now that it's so hard to schedule times. It's like impossible and it's always crowded. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they need to do a better job of getting people to use the app to order the food because there's enough of us trying to work for them. I wanted to show you the whole process of accepting, the pay, how it works, the directions, like what you have to do. But this is like, I don't know. I guess I just keep waiting. I mean, I'm working till 7:30, so I guess I just wait another hour and hopefully we get one. I want to take you on at least one before I wrap up this video because damn, I'm gonna take a nap, set an alarm. I don't know. Next time you see me, hopefully I have dash to do, an order to get. If I don't, you're gonna see me, I'm gonna be super upset, super bummed because I make no money tonight. So usually at this point, I mean, I honestly wouldn't have made it to this point before. I would have probably just ended my dash after 30 minutes of not getting one, but I'm about 5 minutes away from it being an hour and not getting one. So I'm strictly at this point just waiting for one so I can show you guys how to do it and what it looks like. This is whack. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it was super good, but then the last few times that I've dashed, the last 3 times, 2 times, major glitches. Like, super bad, kicked me off the app, the whole shebang. Now it's like waiting forever for an order. And then, so like, while you're waiting for this or whatever, you can hit, there's a little help up there in the upper right. So you hit help, and then you can say, why am I not getting orders? It says it right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it says, why am I not getting orders? Click it, and it says, we may have too many dashers on the road for the number of orders. Yeah, you think, but like, I don't remember when this was my problem. You shouldn't have let that many people be scheduled. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand it. I miss the good old days when I literally hit start dash and I walked out of my house and I had an order. I had an order before I even got to my car. Oh, is it just this bad in Southern California where there's just a lot of people, or like where you're at? Where are you? Where are you dashing from? Is it super bad where you're at too at this point? Like, if you've been dashing for a while, has it gotten worse? Like, what is going on? You guys, I got an order. Okay, so we're about an hour in. So it's at an Indian restaurant, which I cannot stand Indian food. It smells really bad. But you get 80 seconds to accept the order. Do you see that little timer right there? So it's counting me down. Okay, so I'm guaranteed to make $5.50. And then with peak pay, I'm gonna make a $6.50 extra on top of that. So that's really 12 bucks guaranteed, plus a tip. But see, it shows right there. So that's where you pick it up, where the fork and knife is. That's where you drop it off. It's a little far away. It's in Kodo, and it's down in Kodo, which is kind of far. But usually that's a gated community and it's pretty wealthy, affluent area. So usually they tip really good and the orders are really big. So I'm just gonna hit accept before it won't let me. What you see right here is the name of the restaurant, okay? It gives you directions, the customer's name, and then how many items, like I said before. So there's 5 items in this one. It tells you what the items are, but then it also tells you the total. So it's a $51 order, which means if they're decent human beings, you should have a decent tip. But I have run into a lot of times that I'll pick up orders for 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks sometimes, and I won't even get a $1 tip. Like, they don't even tip, they don't tip. So I don't really understand what that's about. I don't know if there's something in the app, because I'm under the impression they tip you through the app. Sometimes you get cash tips. I've seen people get cash tips. I've never gone to cash tip. I don't know. And they tip you before, I think, you deliver it, I think it is. Because sometimes I'll deliver and I'll get like a 10 buck tip. One time I got a $10 tip because the order was 80 bucks. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it just depends on the person. So you see up there, it says pick up by 6:40. So it's 6:25 right now and the restaurant's literally right over there. I'm gonna take my time getting over there. No need to rush. I don't like the smell of Indian food. I'm not trying to sit in there very long, but I'll show you what happens when I roll up and I park there and how you accept it and what you do once you arrive and all that jazz. So I'll see you at the Indian Bistro. All right guys, so I just pulled up to the restaurant. It's literally, it's right there. But see right here, so now that arrival, slide after arrival bar is red. So you're gonna slide after you arrive. It's gonna confirm. And then what it's gonna do is it's gonna give you a a breakdown of what is going on. It's gonna tell you the pickup, the customer, 5 items, and then it's gonna tell you what those items are. So as you're in the restaurant, you're like, hey dude, can you go through the items for me? Then you're gonna, as he says it, you're gonna, or she, you know, it's 2019, you're gonna click them up and then see how that says, do you have 2 of that item? So you're gonna make sure you have 2 of them, you're gonna hit yes, and then you're gonna slide it after you actually pick up the food, which I'm not gonna do right now because I haven't gone in there and checked it out, but that's what you do once you get in there. I'll see you back in the car with the food, y'all. Be right back. So they took a little while. I was supposed to pick it up at 6:40. They didn't give it to me until 6:44. So it basically is just gonna show you where you're going, and you can link up your account to run off of like the app Waze for directions or Google Maps or whatever you want. I'm just gonna drive this and I'll show you what happens after we drop it off. Well, you guys, I wanna give you a pro tip here. If you have heat seaters, turn them on so that way the food can stay warm while you're driving. I know it's a pretty great idea. I'm probably not the first one who thought of it, but just so you know. Yeah, so I just rolled up to the house. Essentially, it tells you when to drop it off by, and you're gonna slide that after you hand them the food, and that's gonna show you, I'll show you when I get back to the car, but that's gonna show you a few things. But something I wanted to mention, right here where it says order details, that's where they're gonna put their special notes. So sometimes it's gonna say like, please just leave it on the front door, please only ring, please only knock, please don't do this, please do that. Those are your special instruction notes on delivery. So make sure before you actually go up to the door, you check that little note section and make sure they didn't say like don't knock or whatever, because you don't want to knock and just that's gonna give you a bad review and all that stuff. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go drop off some food and I will show you how this works after you deliver it to see how much money you're gonna get on the delivery, if they tip, all that stuff, and I will show you when I get back. All right, I'll be right back. So I just dropped it off. She had a lovely English accent, but here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go right here where it says slide after delivery. You're gonna slide it. Oh, I actually ended up making a little bit more than I was guaranteed. Remember that guaranteed amount in the beginning? Because they tipped me $2. So you know what, that's pretty good. I'm not mad about it. So then it's gonna ask you to rate it. So I'm gonna say it was good, and I'll just put like short delivery distance because it was semi-short, okay? So then I'm gonna submit. So this is the point where it's gonna put you back on the clock, okay? Essentially, it tells you, it says right here, up here, if you can see how it says this dash? So that's what I'm guaranteed. That number does not reflect the peak pay stuff that's gonna be filtered in when you log out of your dash. So at this point is usually when I would go up here and I would hit pause orders so I can head back towards where I came from. But with the rate of what I've been getting tonight, I'm not gonna pause it. I'm just gonna go ahead, stay online, head back to where I was, see if I can get one more order in the next 30 minutes, and that's it. But you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I took you along on the one dash. It was a super slow night. Pros and cons, my review. I mean, I think it's good to do this if it's something that you're just trying to get a little extra cash here and there. If you were to do this for a living, it would be super frustrating and super inconsistent. I mean, I'm an agent, a real estate agent. That's already kind of inconsistent because I don't know when the next deal is gonna close. So I do this to get a little bit of money in the meantime. So if you're doing this as a side thing just to make a little bit extra money, it's not do or die for you. I highly recommend it, just because it does actually add up at the end of the month. I think last month I made like $700 or something. It was just extra, you know what I mean? You know, you guys, if you like it, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit all the buttons. I hope you check out a few more of my videos. And you know what, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up like I do at the end of every single one of my videos. You guys enjoy the journey, whatever your journey is, and always remember to do what sets your hearts on fire, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.